Xabi Alonso is eyeing a move to land Guler, albeit only on loan. According to Sport via Mirror, the Bayer Leverkusen manager is set to have a keen interest in the Turkish international. Guler had a rocky debut campaign at Real Madrid, but he did impress many in the limited chances that he got. Add on top of that his tremendous performances for Turkey at the Euros, and there is a lot of excitement around the ace ahead of next season. Striker Rasmus Højlund and £52 million new signing Lenny Yoro both suffered first half injuries as Manchester United lost their opening US tour game against Premier League rivals Arsenal 2-1 in Los Angeles. Højlund had given his side a 10-minute lead when he burst onto Marcus Rashford's first time pass out-muscled young defender eyed in heaven, then beat keeper Karl Hein with a shot through his legs. The Dane turned the low Aaron Wan-Bissaka cross wide from close range before seeming to experience a muscle injury after 15 minutes that meant he could not continue. Yoro's exit was equally innocuous. The 18-year-old defender, who only joined United from Lille 10 days ago, went down and needed lengthy treatment before he too called it a day. Barcelona have received a significant offer of €65 million for Raphinha, according to Mundo Deportivo. It must be noted that despite working on bringing in Nico Williams and Dani Olmo, the club highly values Raphinha for his professionalism. However, due to ongoing financial issues, Barcelona are not ruling out the possibility of his departure, recognizing that the Brazilian player has a substantial market value. The offer for Raphinha comes from Saudi Arabia, and sources within the club confirm the amount is €65 million. While Barcelona consider this offer a bit low for Raphinha's value, they acknowledge that accepting it would still result in a profit. Everton's former chief Keith Wyness has claimed Tottenham star Richarlison would be lauded and worshipped in Saudi Arabia if he completes a summer transfer. Richarlison has been widely linked with a Middle East move in recent transfer windows, and sources have told Football Insider there is a strong likelihood he could still go by next month's 31 August cut-off. Meanwhile, Tottenham are searching for a new striker this summer as they vie to bring in a long-term replacement for departed talisman Harry Kane. He joined the club from Everton in 2022 and is under contract at Spurs for 3 more years. Manchester United kicked off their pre-season tour on a sour note as they lost 2-1 to Arsenal in front of a disappointing crowd in Los Angeles. Rasmus Højlund had given United an early lead at the Sophie Stadium, but he limped off soon after, and in a worrying continuation from last season, he was followed down the tunnel later in the first half by £59 million centre-back Lenny Yoro. By that stage, Arsenal had levelled through Gabriel Jesus and they got the winner they probably deserved through Gabriel Martinelli late in the game, although Johnny Evans had a late goal ruled out after Ethan Wheatley felled goalkeeper Karl Hein. Mikel Merino, valued at €50 million by Transfermarkt, has garnered significant attention after his impressive performances at the recently concluded European Championship. Real Sociedad's desire to retain their prized asset, it would be nearly impossible for Barcelona to sign Merino this summer. However, since it's known that Merino is unlikely to stay at Real Sociedad long-term, Barcelona could aim to secure a pre-contract agreement with him in January. This strategy would allow them to bring in a talented midfielder without paying a hefty transfer fee. Flick and Kimmich have worked closely in the past, which could be a significant factor in persuading the player to choose Barcelona. Until January, it will be crucial for Barcelona to stay in touch with Kimmich and his agents, ensuring they are well positioned to make a move when the time is right. Signing Leroy Sane, who is valued at €70 million, would be a bold move for Barcelona, but given his talent, it's worth considering. Like Merino and Kimmich, Sane's contract with Bayern Munich ends in 2025. New signing Endrick headed down to the press room of the stadium to address the media for the first time as a player of the club. I've always wanted to play for Real Madrid. It's been 3 hours since I signed and it already feels like a lifetime, but he joked in his press conference. I'm very happy and I hope to stay here for the rest of my career. When I was in the dressing room, 2.5 hours had passed since the signing and it already felt like a very long life. That's how I want to feel. I want to be at Real Madrid for my whole career. Mikel Arteta may have his eyes on the Paris 2024 Olympics as Arsenal continue to recruit ahead of their next Premier League title fight. Mikel Arteta's hunt for an out-and-out number 9 to lead his Arsenal frontline is no secret. Omorodian's release clause is slightly lower at £67.5 million and could be negotiated to an even lesser fee. Shunsuk Maido has already set the Olympic Games alight with an impressive double in his side's 5-0 drubbing of Paraguay in the past. He's even drawn comparisons to Lionel Messi. Player's price may rise from his £1 million transfermarkt valuation if he continues having a breathtaking game. Crystal Palace ace Jean-Philippe Mateta is another striker who Arsenal could move for come the end of summer. Joan Garcia, 23, helped Espanyol get promoted from the second tier of Spanish football through the playoffs last season and has attracted interest from clubs abroad. The Gunners have already recruited a goalkeeping Spaniard in Reyes, but may look to sign his compatriot to deputise. Monty Cohn is another player who has reportedly cropped up on Arsenal's radar. Atletico Madrid has reached an agreement with Real Sociedad for the transfer of Spain centre-back Robin Normad, both La Liga clubs said on Saturday. Spanish media reported that the deal will be worth around €30 million, 32.57 million plus add-ons. The length of the 27-year-old's contract was not revealed. Atletico and Sociedad have reached an agreement for the transfer of Normad. The deal will be finalised in the coming days when the player returns from his holiday, Atletico said in a statement. We'll always remember his dedication and gratitude to the colours that have shaped him into the player he is today. Good luck, as Sociedad said. Manchester City suffered their second straight per-season defeat on Saturday night as they fell 3-2 to AC Milan at Yankee Stadium. Erling Haaland opened the scoring for the reigning Premier League champions in the 19th minute, but Milan flipped the game on its head with 2 goals from 22-year-old Lorenzo Colombo within 4 minutes at each other. City, who played a youth-heavy lineup, lost control of the game and registered just 3 shots on target, though they were on their way to a draw when James McCarthy equalised with a 56-minute header. Milan, though, kept the pressure on their opponents and were deserved winners in the end as Marco Nassi squeezed in a winner despite Ederson getting a hand to the effort. Chelsea are set to make their 7th signing of the summer, with incoming Boca Juniors centre-back Aaron Anselmino marking new manager Enzo Maresca's 4th defensive arrival of the transfer window. The 19-year-old is set to join for a fee in the region of £17 million Cillian, including add-ons, on a 6-year deal that will keep him at Stamford Bridge until 2030, with contrasting reports as to whether he'll be going out on loan to Chelsea's sister club Strasbourg or straight back to Boca until January. Tottenham Hotspur pounced on one of the most promising La Liga talents in 2021 when they signed Bryan Gil from Sevilla for €25 million, but the young winger has never quite settled in England. The 23-year-old is believed to be on the verge of a return to Spain on loan. As per Fabrizio Romano, Gil will return for a 3rd loan after spells at Valencia and back at Sevilla with a switch to Girona. Spurs will then protect their investment by extending his contract for a year, but inserting a €15 million release clause, allowing Girona or any other interested side to make an affordable move for him next summer. Former Manchester United goalkeeper David G is in talks to join Genoa on a free transfer. The 33-year-old free agent has been without a club since leaving United last summer after failing to agree a contract extension. The Athletic reported in a recent edition of the transfer deal sheet that G is nearing a return to football after being presented with several options, including offers from Saudi Arabia, the United States and Italy. Chelsea are closing in on a deal for Villarreal goalkeeper Philip Jorgensen. According to Fabrizio Romano's tweet yesterday, the Blues have had a bid in the region of €20 million accepted for the Danish youth international. His release clause is set at €45 million, giving the impression we've got a huge discount here. The new coach wants to use his goalkeeper with the ball at his feet so much that a new style of keeper is required. The ones we have didn't look settled even last season without much of the ball. Liverpool have reportedly entered the race to sign Benfica midfielder Joe Neves. Neves has been linked with a move to the Premier League, with a number of teams credited with interest in the Portugal international in the event he leaves Benfica this summer. Reports have speculated that Neves has a €120 million, £102 million release clause in his contract at the Premier League club in his home country.